what a glorious sunny weekend. First of all, yesterday, royal wedding. I loved it. And second, today, I was in this amazing half-day conference with the Mandy Network at the Kenneth More Theatre, also with a director's cut. It was absolutely amazing. I'm going to tell you all about it, but first, welcome to the Acting Edit.
And action! It's a wrap.
There were 5 amazing speakers at the conference. There was Abigail Longstaff from the Mandy Network, Michael Woodward, theatre director, Paul Bigley, an actor with a career of over 35 years, Heather Ward, artistic director and creator of the Director's Cut Theatre Company, and Stephen Day, who is the artistic director of the Kenneth More Theatre. With Abigail, we talked everything and anything audition, casting process related. I mean, she is from the Mandy Network, so she has a whole bunch of knowledge that we mere common mortals have no idea about. We talked a lot about the decision-making process. For instance, did you know that your headshot is visible like a small little square thumbnail to every casting director that goes through Mandy? Or Spotlight for that matter. So it's really important to have a really striking and nowadays really cropped headshot. With Michael Woodward, we talked about the audition process and the audition room itself. He is a theatre director, so he prefers things differently than a TV audition or a commercial audition will prefer, and that is completely normal. You just need to be able to adjust. Also, and I don't even believe that I'm gonna say this, but if you book an audition, go to that audition. He tells about a gazillion of auditions that were left blank because the actors just didn't show up. Why would you do that? If you book an audition or your agent books you an audition, be glad and go. Or if you're not interested, then let them know that you're not going. Just don't not show up, please. Another thing we talked about was the whole, should I look the director in the eyes? Should I look above his head? Should I just focus on a foreign point? And the real answer is just ask. They are real people and they have preferences, so just ask them. Do you prefer that I look straight into your eyes while I deliver my monologue, or should I just look somewhere else? And they will let you know. So you just have to prepare yourself for both and just deliver what they want. Also, with deliver what they want, be prepared to take directions. If they ask you to do more like this or more like that, it doesn't mean that they don't like what you did. It just means that they want to see if you can get direction and go through with it. Paul Bigley, as I said, is an actor with over 35 years of experience. He's been in amazing movies. You just check out his IMDb page and you're gonna be dropping your jaw everywhere. With Paul, we talked a lot about being a business nowadays instead of just an actor. He had to adjust himself a lot to when he started out and to what he is today in this world of social media and just, you know, all of those things. So how can you learn where you fit in this industry? What type of roles should you go for? And those are probably not the same roles that you were going for 5 years ago. Know where you belong. He also told us that the most important thing when you go to an audition is to be prepared and knowing what you're going for. Hear more on what he has to say about it now. Hi, so this is Paul, and I am just about to ask him, what is the best acting advice that you have for auditions?
Well, for me personally, it's just to try and stay in the work and stay in the zone of the work and try and concentrate on that.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, know what you're doing.
Yeah, know what you want, know what you're doing.
Thank you. With Heather, we talked a lot about the creative process and what you can do in moments where you're really not getting any work. Hint, do your own thing. We also talked about networking and thinking of it more as organic relationships instead of here's my business card. So there's a lot to be learned there. And this is Gareth, and he was with us on the little workshop thing.
That's right.
So what is it that you've learned today? What was the best thing? What was...
It's knowing that it's not a mountain to climb. It's a lot of little foothills. It's little steps bit by bit, because essentially having Abigail in from Mandy, it can be very, very daunting thing. Well, how do I get casting directors to even know who I am? And knowing that they're human beings, and like talking to Michael, talking with Paul, talking with Stephen, these are all people who want to work as well. We're all in a creative industry together. So they want you to be the best person that they've seen that day, because that'll make them look good later on. And it's networking. I mean, you talk about as well the idea that networking sounds like this horrible, horrible thing you have to do. It just sounds so like corporate and fake that, like Heather says, you build relationships, is what it is. It's not that you have to go and go, there's my card. It's, hello, I'm a human being, you're a human being. We have similar interests, shared goals.
Let's just talk.
What can we do about this? Yeah.
Stephen Bay, as I said, is the artistic director of the Kenneth More Theatre, and with him we talked a lot about the history of the theatre and what's coming. So if I were you, I would check that out because they have pretty cool stuff coming along. So these were some of the highlights of today, but really I've asked Michael to sum it up, so here's what he has to say. We have just finished our lovely actors conference with Mandy, and this is Michael, lovely Michael, and I just asked him to sum up what happened and what is the best thing that he can take out of today to let you know.
Okay, so we had a group of actors here today that were really looking at how they can enhance their career, look at their CVs, the audition process, both for theatre, film and TV. We had Abigail Longstaff here from the Mandy organisation, very experienced, telling us all about the casting director process and how actors can actually change the way that they audition and put their profile on things like Mandy and Spotlight to get more work. And then we had actors like Paul Bigley, a very experienced film, TV and theatre actor, giving lots of tips. So it was a great day to share experiences from more experienced people in the business to people who are starting out and give them lots of knowledge to get them to carry on in this wonderful business of ours.
True, that is true. It was a lovely, lovely day, and thank you so much for organizing it. I want to thank Michael, Heather, Paul, Abigail, and Stephen for all of their insight and really for putting this together. It's always a good experience to go to one of these. Overall, as I said in the beginning, this day was amazing, and even if you feel like a half-day conference in Ilford in a theatre is not really for you, I think there's always something that you can learn from these. And if you're not trusting me, next time you see one of these, book it. Book it and then let me know. If you have not learned anything, I will be wronged. Anyway, you know the drill. Like and subscribe and hit the bell button and all those things if you think that this video had anything that you enjoyed. Thank you!